got to be something to do with that block. All right, we are live.
Live.
We don't need to see that ourselves up there anyway much.
Good looking bunch.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Talk About It Outdoors, where we leave trash on the bar.
I just moved all that stuff.
I think that's yours.
That you
That
didn't
Red
move that
Bull's-
Red Bull, Kim. Can you see it? Check it. Check it.
I'll get it, Nick.
I got it.
We're in post-production.
Sorry about that. Buddy. Nick.
You just moved it like to
All
the
to
lower
one spot.
You just moved it out the trash pile into one pile. Promise we're gonna get this thing going here in a second.
There we go.
All right. What muddy chair looks good sitting there? You gonna bring that whole pizza over here?
I might get hungry later.
Oh goodness.
Hell, this ended up here.
All right, Slim, sit down. Welcome everybody. Don't move, don't think too fast. What if you said something underneath? Made it big time. Done brought a production crew down here to join us.
Production crew, son, and they already hitting YouTube up, getting bigger and bigger.
Buddy, very, very proud to have Hunter back with us, and I'm glad he brought these gentlemen with him. It's a pleasure and an honor to welcome y'all to Talk About It Outdoors. Welcome to the studio. The room is going to be filled with laughter and jabs. This year they were on a quest to complete some Grand Slams. They were on a quest to fulfill some dreams, and they recorded the entire thing along the way.
They did. They got the back end of it, all the back end of it. And I can't wait to hear about it. And if you want to see it, go over to YouTube, Slim Reaper Productions, and check it all out over there.
Well, without further ado, we'll give them a moment to introduce themselves. We're going to save our honored guest from the past for last. But Isaac, why don't you go first? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
My name's Isaac Tritt. I'm from Blairsville, Georgia. Kind of met Hunter through high school.
Yeah.
We hit it up, started hunting together, and I've been hunting all my life. So meeting somebody that's just as passionate about it as me was a dream come true for me.
That's good.
And he's representing tonight.
Yeah.
If you're not watching it live, our old boy's got a cruiser shirt on. So he's a recent acquisition of his was a cruiser saddle,
That's
which we'll
right.
get in more to
Made
later.
the switch.
See what he thinks about it. But Slim, tell us a little bit about you, son. You over there being all quiet all of a sudden, got a little camera shy.
No, we'd say, fellas. I was just waiting for my turn. So my name's Dwayne Cook. I'm from a small town called Hayesville. It's in North Carolina, and I've been hunting and fishing my whole life. Big time deer hunter, and just recently getting into turkey hunting. I've done it my whole life, but not like these two boys. And actually, funny story, we just met about 2 days before we left on the trip. We had knew of each other, but we wasn't real big buddies. But it didn't take long. We started clicking pretty quick. So yeah, y'all get, like they said, go check out our YouTube channel, Slim Reaper Productions. We got some big things coming as well. So yeah,
How old
glad
is that?
to be here.
How old is that ball cap on your head?
Oh, it ain't old at all.
Oh, okay.
That's a
Southern
thing.
Outdoors ain't.
It's about 2 years, 2.5 years.
It's a remake though,
Yeah,
because
old
Southern
style.
Outdoors was a hunting magazine that's no longer in publication, right?
right.
Yeah. That's like a, okay, I guess a throwback. Ain't
Yeah.
that what you call that, a throwback?
See, that's
Yeah.
what the kids are going to.
That's
Yeah,
slick.
the mullets are back. The new hats are back.
The only thing that thing's missing is a piece of rope, ain't it?
Yep.
The only thing is Trio's missing a mullet. They ain't a mullet. Y'all ain't got no. Y'all look like police pulling up somewhere. I guess they think y'all the game warden, so that's why y'all get everybody run out of here and can kill turkeys. And Hunter, you're welcome back again, buddy. We've done a couple shows with you, had you on at some shows and things like that. But glad to have you back. Glad you drug these boys down here.
I'm glad I can make it, guys. We've been talking about it since we on our way back home from out west.
Yeah, I knew right away once you completed the slam. I said we got to make this happen.
Yeah,
And I know we've been talking about deer hunting, blah blah blah, but we back on turkey hunting.
there you go.
That's
I
where
know. I
like
got
to
a
be
phone
right
call
there.
today. They said Slim Reaper ain't he the one that films? I said he films deer hunts too. We can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll go off the reservation completely for it. So, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and hats off to y'all first and foremost for what y'all are doing at such a young age. Dwayne's putting together some amazing videos, and what you're doing. I love the video that you and your dad went on. I believe it was the deer hunt. I sat right there and watched it, and I called Nick. And I was like, "Boy, they're doing a fine job." And we'll get more into that stuff and everything. But
Thank you.
tell us a little bit about. You said y'all met 2 days before. So how did that transpire?
I don't really know. We played ball and all that together. I mean, he played for Hayesville and I played for Union, so we were always
Knew of each other.
we knew
Through
of each
social
other.
media,
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Would y'all play tennis or racquetball
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Badminton.
badminton? Okay.
We met at a bow shoot.
Yeah.
Remember-
A couple
yeah,
years ago.
Yeah, we were. Me and Isaac went to the bow shoot, and Dwayne was there, and he was going on an elk hunt, and we talked to him and all that. But we hadn't. I mean, we'd never really hung out. And I was like, you know what? I was like, he's been videoing. He makes some pretty good videos. So I was like, heck, I'll see if he wants to tag along and video. And he was up for it, man. It turned out good. We had a blast.
Did you know that this was something you wanted to do, Dwayne, when you got out of school? Because how old are you?
I'm 21.
So you're still young.
Yeah.
When you got out of school, did you plan on doing some videoing and stuff? Or
No. There's a long backstory behind it.
did you learn that trade in prison, or what was it? The chain gang? Was that what it was?
No. So basically, I had zero intentions of filming, and long story short, we'll just say that my hunting career got postponed. Needless to say, for 2 years. Yeah. I was
had a little accident, did we?
yeah, I had a little accident. Like I said, there's more to it. And basically I didn't want to lose interest. I didn't want to get out of hunting because I was only like 19. It keeps me out of trouble and stuff. So I bought a camera. I was like, hell, I'm gonna dick around and film Dad. And I started to film him last turkey season, 2020 turkey season. And I was like, dang, this is pretty fun. I like this. We might can do something with it. And then so deer season rolled around, I made a YouTube channel, and I've just been going from there. It's just all creativity. I ain't took no classes or nothing. I just get an idea in my head and put it together. But yeah.
Did you know when Hunter asked you to go on that trip, did you know the quest that he was on?
Yeah, I was aware of it.
Did you did the ride out there, was there a lot of talk like, I don't care if the turkey's on camera, I don't care this or that, I'm shooting this turkey because I'm doing this?
Not really.
We didn't
even really talk about it. We just make it happen.
Yeah, we were ready to get there, man.
Yeah.
It was.
I was gonna be like a flea on a dog right behind him, whether he liked it or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't really.
So you said you hadn't turkey hunted a whole lot, but did you ask a lot of questions like, how do you want me to set up? How do you want to do this? Or did y'all just kind of
We pretty much just winged it. I knew a little bit from Dad because he's he's about like any other dad. I'm sure he's damn, he feels like he's hard as hell on you, but in reality, it's for the better of you. So I had an idea of, the setups and all that stuff. So yeah, it went smooth as butter, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no moment where it was like, Dwayne,
Yeah,
fix yourself.
Yeah, what are
I
you
mean,
doing?
it just came natural. I mean, it was just
everything. It fell right into play.
So when did you decide that you wanted to set out on this quest?
Well, I was going to do it last year, and I ended up missing Florida. I don't remember. Something happened, and I couldn't make Florida. And I ended up, me and Isaac, we hunted here. I killed a turkey in Georgia. Hunted, I don't remember where else I hunted. And we went to Colorado. We threw a Colorado trip. last minute. Like we called, he was supposed to go and something happened with his trip, and he called me Saturday night like 10:30, and we got on a plane the next day at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
And went to Colorado.
Yeah, because I had an Osceola and an Eastern, and I was like,
Yeah.
if I don't do it now, I don't have a chance any other time with school and work, So
Well, before we get too far along, I think most of our listeners probably know what the slam is.
Yeah.
But one of y'all explain, it doesn't matter. One of y'all can explain, Alex, it doesn't matter. One of y'all explain what you're going after in that time.
Yeah, I'd be the one to explain that. That's a good one. So you got you got 19 different species of turkeys in North America.
yeah.
The slam is going after each one of them with a slingshot, and when you get it done, you got to run naked from whatever state you killed.
And body
in.
slam it.
Was that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. But we got an expert over here.
Well, I don't know about expert, but so basically there's 4 subspecies of turkeys in the United States: the Osceola, the Eastern, the Rio, and then the Marion. So a grand slam would be, and it's not necessarily in a season, but it's really cool if you kill all 4 in a season. But if you kill all 4 of them, then you have a grand slam.
And it's
in the
called
United
a
States.
single season slam.
A single season slam if you kill them all in one season, which is just something cool to do. I mean, it's a good traveling option. So
And you have already done yours, correct?
yes,
Completed it
yes,
last year
yes,
and single season.
yes.
Okay. So you set yourself on to do it last year.
And then I missed Florida. So
It was
didn't-
kind of a wash. And,
yeah,
And explain why Florida is such a crucial part of this.
I've told everybody asked me about it, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to say Florida was the hardest turkey to kill, because I mean, not all turkeys are the same, but it's the lay of the land down there. I mean, up here we got laurel thickets. Down there it's palmetto bushes, just like laurel thickets, and it's all palmetto bushes.
Lots of water.
And there's water and snakes and I mean everything. And that was adapting to that was probably, I mean, that's definitely the toughest place I've hunted a turkey. It took me 3 days. I mean, I never heard a turkey the first day, and I walked 30, I don't remember, it's 31 miles, I think, in 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
And for everybody listening that doesn't know this, South Florida, well, I don't know what point. I guess you could draw a line around, what is it, like 50 miles south of Gainesville?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's where you can start killing Osceolas. And that's the only place in the United States that has those.
Yep.
But that was, I don't know. I said I wouldn't, when I got that, I wouldn't go back, but I believe that's going to be the first stop for next year.
Yes,
'cause
sir.
It's just something about it.
You told me you weren't going back. You
I
told me
know,
there's too
but
many people.
It's a love-hate relationship,
yeah,
Nick.
it
it's
is.
it's such a hard grind, but whenever you come out on top, it's
Yeah,
just such a
You know,
success story.
I was talking to somebody this morning about that, and the guy asked me if I would ever go, and I said no. I said I got a couple of people. I know a couple of people that's been, and they, fighting people and stuff like that. And I said the 3-day hunt down there is about $2,400, and that's not in the price range for me to go kill one. So, hey,
So what if
if they want to take me,
one of your old buddies knew some people from Florida that could put you on an Osceola?
We'll just all go with you then.
Yeah,
I didn't.
we'll load up and
I
go.
ain't got but 2 buddies, and they ain't none of them outside of hands reach. So I don't know where the rest of them's at, boys. Yeah, it must
Hey.
not be much to y'all. I mean, y'all done it 2 years in a row.
hey,
I mean, come on.
there's 3 of them, 3 of us. We got a camera crew.
Hey, there we go. That's right. We can each go get her and kill one.
Well, the cool thing about it, Nick,
I said one turkey. I didn't say all of them. May not want us to kill them all.
I mean, you talked about price. I mean, that's a big thing about the Florida Osceola. There's a lot of outfitters that will sell you a hunt, but we did it on our own feet on public land. I mean, that is a cheap route. I mean, you can go anywhere in the country and hunt public land, as you know. I mean, doing it in Florida though, that's a cool thing because it's like a bottleneck. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, they opened the gate, or supposed to open the gate at like 4:30 or something.
It was 5 this year.
And we were there like 5 minutes late, and there was already 18 people been through the check-in.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
I tell you, I got there at 1 o'clock the night I got there. I was like 1
Yep.
o'clock in the morning, set up everything. I got up at 3 and was sitting at the gate at 3:30, and I was the 6th truck back.
They take it serious down there.
Like, yeah.
I mean, that's the only place in
Any
the
out of
country
state
with it.
tags though.
Well, I tell you this, when I went in, I got my number. I hunted all day or whatever. Well, I come back out, and you tell them all this and that. There was 184 people checked in behind me.
How many acres?
Is it 60?
I forget.
Was it 60,000?
I don't remember.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Could you ride a bicycle in there?
I recommend not going without a bicycle.
Really?
I didn't take mine because I didn't know, but I promise you next year
You have a
I
bicycle.
will have my bike.
bicycle.
How hard would that bicycle be in those sandy roads?
Well, you got to have big tires.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to take a little
Did
bicycle.
a
a
lot
little
of people
huffy down there.
did a lot of people pass you walking in when you were
Uh,
walking in on a bicycle?
No, because I took off before. I mean,
There's another unique part. You can drive UTVs there.
Okay.
Now, I do not recommend that because I mean turkeys aren't dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, you've heard people say there's no room in turkey hunt for a four wheeler, but you can down there.
So with that many people there and all those cars, did you hear a good amount of birds?
I heard two turkeys and killed one of them.
Do you think that's going to? You think that Florida's going to do something and slow that down in some way, like a draw system?
I think, in my opinion, the way they have it set up is the maximum restrictions they can already. I mean, they don't restrict like decoy use or anything. I mean, if you're using a decoy on public land down there, you're probably stepping back anyways. But they open the season so late down there. I mean, you think spring has sprung down there in February, and they're not opening it until March. So opening it that late, I think that lets all the turkeys do what they need to do. That's another reason why it's hard to kill one down there.
Yeah.
You're hunting an end of May turkey down there.
My turkey I killed gobbled. I fooled with him the evening before and had an idea where he was going to go. And there's a big backstory to it about a forestry guy or something that was working there and all this. And I'd walked an hour and a half to get there and sat for an hour. It didn't take me an hour. I sat for an hour and a half. And right at gobble time, dude, the joker drives up the bulldozer brake or whatever, the fire brake on a Ranger. Drove from me to you. Like I drug my feet back into the palmetto so he wouldn't run me over.
Really?
Yeah. And I was very pissed. I mean, because, you go down there and walk your butt off trying to find a turkey and it's 100 degrees and you finally have a turkey and you're in the game. Like the turkey's somewhere right here close and he drives a buggy 3 foot from you. And
Cranks
goes
a
up there and-
chainsaw.
Yeah. Cranks a chainsaw. It's still dark. Turns his headlamp on and cranks the chainsaw and starts running. And I'm like, I sit there and watched him for a minute and I was so mad. I was like, it wasn't meant to be. And I walked like 20 yards into the palmettos behind me and I squatted down. I took my vest off or something. And I was sitting there and the turkey gobbled and literally like to blow my hat off. And it was the Lord. I was meant to kill that turkey because I would have never in a million years dreamed it would have happened like that. And when he gobbled, he was sitting at 43 yards in the tree. And I didn't know. I was like, well, dang. I was like, I figured he would have saw me because, I wasn't quiet. I had a guy over there running the chainsaw. And I just walked through the palmettos. And he gobbled that first time. And then I kind of got everything ready. And I was trying to find him. Well, finally, I could see him up there. And he sat there for 5 or 6 minutes, and it felt like forever. And I tree called to him a little bit and got his attention, and he started gobbling at it. And I knew if I could ever get him to just fly down right there close to me, I could kill him. But if he ever went out of sight, I knew I wasn't going to be in the game. And when his feet hit the ground, he was 26 yards. And that was all it rode. I didn't waste no time. Pops, he was back at the tent asleep. His hip was hurting from the walking. So
I know when you called me that you killed that bird that you said, I know that's the same bird I saw yesterday because it was missing some of his tail fan.
Yep.
You think it'd been shot already?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, we might know who did it.
Yeah. Well, there was
We're looking at him.
No.
No.
No. There was somebody else down there from
Blairsville. And I just happened, like I didn't know that's where he was going. He asked, I didn't say nothing, and set my tent up literally 40 yards from his, just straight across the road. So we were like camping buddies.
Did y'all know that he was there?
No.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, after the fact.
after the fact, we
but
did.
not before.
No. So like when I got up the next morning and come back to camp during the day or whatever, and sitting out there at the truck, and he pulls up, and I'm like, crap.
Is he a pretty
And-
successful turkey hunter?
He ended.
one.
Yeah, he killed one the first day. The day before I got to go down there, he killed a turkey, and he had some gun problems or something and ended up missing the turkey and his gun. Something happened with his gun, so it kind of ended his trip a little early.
So outside of hunting down there, is he a successful guy? Did you know him to be a
Yeah, I mean he's
Good
he's,
turkey hunter.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's very. I mean, he kills turkeys, and we don't see him. I mean, we've saw him a couple.
We ran
times.
into him a couple times,
Yeah.
but from what I see on social media, I mean, he kills his turkeys every year.
Yeah. So,
So
Do you think you were late down there to the game? If you had it to do over again, will you go earlier?
you were there first
you-
weekend though, right?
I was there. Yeah, it opened Saturday, and I got there Sunday night.
Oh, I thought you was there 3 weeks late. Oh,
no.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Nope. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it was. I
So
don't
how
know.
many birds can you kill in Florida as a
You-
non-resident?
You can kill 2.
Okay.
Yep. But
Hmm.
I got my one, and I was
I'm trying to think how many turkeys I need my buddies to locate for us,
Yeah.
boys. That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
so, but
Was you worried about one of these alligators getting you by the leg down there in them palmettos walking through?
well, man, I seen one. It was probably 8 or 9 foot, and
Whew.
yeah, on my way in there that morning, I knew I was going to be close to the turkey, so I opted not to. I had my headlamp, but I didn't use it, and walking through the water and snakes down there. I mean, I was one day I was hauling through there trying to get around on this turkey, and I was walking down a fire break, and I mean, y'all know a dozer blade's pretty big.
Yeah.
And it was water on both sides, and I was walking down the center of the road. That way, if something was in the water on either side, I had a little bit, and the snake come out of the water, went across the road in front of me, and his head was going in the water on the other side, and his tail was still coming out. And I was, it was about.
That's when the hunt would have ended for old Nicholas.
Yeah.
We
That would've
came
been
back, we
game
got-
over.
I've
We
been
got-
unloading that 20.
Yeah. I mean, there's some big ones down there because I mean, this is like a full-fledged gravel road, 2-lane, like what is it, 57 gravel or whatever?
Yeah.
And you could see where a snake had slithered across that gravel.
So have those pythons made it up that far where you guys are hunting?
I have no idea.
I
I hope not.
we don't want to know.
I don't ever want to
that.
find out.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
I tell you, my dad, the first morning we didn't know what we were getting into. I'd watch videos. I think I've watched every YouTube video of Florida turkey hunting. Dave Owens, everybody that goes down there, and I mean, of course, you go on private, it's going to be a cow pasture. So I couldn't. I mean, that didn't help me none. But it was the first morning, man. We got going, and I had some pins dropped, and we were striking through there, and it started getting deep. And Dad's like, well, heck, he said, let me go. He said, I'm a lot older than you. He said, if I get eat, he said, it'll be all right.
Oh my gosh.
So he got in front of me and kind of mowed the path down. But he made it. He made it the first day, and he made it the second day, and that third day. And imagine going to the beach. And I know everybody's been to the beach. Don't walk down there on the hard sand by the ocean, but get up there in the white sand. And it's
I think it was Slim Spawn
that
playing. He tried to pass it on. Oh, was that mine?
I was trying to shout us out
So-
and get people in here.
but,
I was like,
but yeah,
lost audio.
30-something miles in that sand with
That's
Go
what
to
I
a heart
think.
attack.
boots and everything.
How many pair of boots did you take?
I took one.
Did your feet get wet?
Oh yeah, first day.
Ooh,
First day.
sleeping in a tent.
Did you wear snake chaps?
No.
Ooh.
Nope, I didn't.
Ooh.
What
Would you take? What are you going to take
Good
next
Lord.
year?
I'm gonna take a bicycle, number one.
Okay. What else?
An extra pair of shoes.
Oh, and that. I mean, heck, it's so hot down there. You leave your
That's the other thing. I mean, you don't know if it's going to be wet.
yeah.
I was there the year before, same place.
Yep.
And it was pretty dry.
Yeah.
You guys were walking through foot of water in the road.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, we didn't know if we could get through some of the mud holes in the truck. I mean, it was pretty wet.
This is all I'm saying. Next year, make enough room to throw you a pair of muck boots or something in there. You got enough
Ah.
room in the back of that truck to throw some rubber boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
don't
know
do no
how it
good-
is
don't-
walking around with wet feet.
It don't
It's
do no
awful.
good when the water comes up to your thighs, though. So I mean, you're out of luck.
Well, I guess it's warm enough that you can dry off,
Yeah,
take your
yeah,
boots off when you
yeah.
get back. Did you even walk back to camp or did you just stay out there?
Most of the, I mean, the first day I literally, I about killed I stayed out there all day, and finally at dark, found, I don't know if I even found 2 sets of turkey tracks the first day, until right at dark, and found some tracks, and it was it's close to, there was a highway and all, there's like a road and all this, and they were on the private, and that's another thing out there is that, I mean, it's hard. I don't really know how to explain it, but
So you didn't hear that many birds, but how about you, Isaac? Did you hear a lot of birds?
No. So we hunted 1 or 2 days,
No.
and it was like you might as well be in the Sahara Desert. I mean, there's four-wheeler tracks and people, and snakes, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, wham! You find the turkeys, and they're there, like all of them. So you have to kill out of that group, and then it's pretty much all there is. I mean, the hardest thing is finding them.
Do they act any different than a Eastern as far as calling, messing with?
I wouldn't say so.
no, I mean, it's
The hardest thing down there is the terrain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's flat, and you think that's easy, but the sand and the water and the heat and everything, it's just so different. Now, if somebody from further south wouldn't have as hard of a time, but we live in the mountains, so you go down there, it's a lot different.
Well, that's enough Florida.
yeah.
Hopefully, a cameraman can keep up, and he takes him an extra pair of boots next
There
year.
you go.
Yeah.
Slim, you didn't go to Florida with them,
No, I did not. No.
did you?
Oh, I texted him. I said, I see how it is. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
He
just
did.
to preface this, Hunter and Craig went to Florida this year. I was busy at school this
Yeah,
year.
he had school, so it was just me and Dad.
Oh, JC, was y'all near Spirit of the Wild WMA near the Everglades? Was that how far south y'all was?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we weren't that far down.
I've never heard of Spirit.
Drop
of
us some pins, JC, if you got some, buddy.
Yes, sir.
He's got family down there, so
He does.
he does. He done told me put him on. He put us on. I just told him I
Pack
didn't want
up.
to go. Too many snakes.
Oh yeah.
JC, don't
Would you?
listen to him.
I mean, seriously, would you be that scared of a doggone snake to not go to
I
Florida?
mean, I'm not going to sit down next to one.
Well, I ain't gonna sit down next to it.
Well,
I mean,
here's the
but
thing,
would
But
you
I
be-
promise y'all something I won't do.
if
I
there
don't
was
care.
snake
I don't care if
shouts?
there's 14 gobblers gobbling around me. I won't walk by one and video it and not shoot it in the face like
Me
Dave
either.
Owens did not.
Me either.
Why? Why didn't he?
Courtney.
You tell me. You tell
I mean, I don't know. I'm asking.
He might have done it off camera, but he didn't do it on
Well,
camera.
for one, it's illegal.
To kill a rattlesnake
Yes.
in Florida?
You can't kill any snake down there, as far as I know.
except pythons because they're
Yeah.
invasive.
There's some.
What
I mean,
happens, what
yeah.
happens in Florida stays in Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Cuz posted that video of that big cottonmouth that
Yeah,
won't
that
be
pipe.
living on his ranch
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah, you can probably kill cottonmouths, but I don't think you can kill rattlesnakes.
There's
Really?
something with poisonous snakes in Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Kill
supposed.
You're not supposed to kill
any-
them either.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to kill them in North
I've
Carolina.
never, for the
Next.
record, I have never killed a snake in my life.
Never.
Next.
I've killed one.
Yeah.
And I might have run one over, but I've
Yeah, on that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do want to go, and the more I'm wanting to do it, the more I want to go because it's the first place to open.
it's so hot.
I mean, you can hunt first week of March
Yeah.
if you go south.
really we bow hunt in
That's
100-degree
You can
heat. I
take
mean,
a-
sitting.
You can take a youth season
Fair
opens the
enough.
last week of February, correct?
Mhm.
That would be the time to go.
How bad was the skeeters?
I'll tell you, we were setting up the 10 or whatever that night, and it was pretty bad. Dad pulled something out. I don't know where he got it, what it was called. There's a bottle in my turkey vest still, but it says do not put on your
Permethrin.
Yeah.
mate. It's a green bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I introduced Cody to that for
Don't
ticks and
Don't put it on your skin or whatever. Well, dude, we like took a bath in that crap. I swear they didn't touch us.
no, they
They
stay
won't.
away from you.
Yeah.
That's how we avoid the ticks and chiggers in Illinois when
Yeah.
we go up pre-scouting.
Yeah.
Did y'all have a fan in that?
We didn't the first night. I'll tell you, this is funny. The first night it was hot, and I mean, we go elk hunting every year, so I got a pretty expensive sleeping bag that keeps you warm. Well, I took it. I didn't sleep with a sleeping bag the first night. Well, Dad run off and forgot his sleeping bag, so we had our sleeping pads and all that.
Y'all shared that sleeping
No,
bag.
no. The next night, it was cold. Like Craig liked to froze to death cold.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
I woke up. What was it? He was in a tarp.
Yeah.
I had
he didn't have a blanket.
He didn't have a blanket. I had give him. He didn't even bring a sweatshirt. I'd bring 2 sweatshirts and I'd give him a sweatshirt. And of course, I was in my sleeping bag, so I was warm. And he's like, "No, I'll be fine." I'm like, "All right." Well, I wake up the next morning when the alarm goes off and like roll over and look, and it looks like a blue thing over there, dude. He had took that tarp out of the pack that night and wrapped up in that tarp.
That's like a bad sleepover.
Yes, yeah.
That's. I mean,
Wow.
And he
Do what you
said,
gotta do.
He said, "Dude, I like froze to death." So
That's right.
that night when we got done hunting that day, we went to Bass Pro and he bought a blanket and he bought a sleeping bag. Yeah.
Wow, never would have thought Florida would get cold like
Yeah.
that.
I'm telling you, dude, it was cold.
That's why it's so wet in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it's cold and then it
Yeah.
turns humid.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, there was water dripping on the inside of the tent from the
Condensation.
yeah.
Condensation. Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
That was sweat coming out of your sleeping bag, just
Yeah.
freezing you poor old daddy to death.
Yeah.
Sorry, Craig. He froze you to death.
Yeah.
I can't believe he'd
Yeah.
do you like that.
I felt bad, but
I'd have went and got in the truck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Florida's over. We're back to Georgia hunting,
Yeah.
and
Go ahead. I'm gonna say something when you get done.
go ahead. Forget it.
You knew at that point you had killed that Osceola. It was time to saddle up
And go.
and
Yep.
go
Yep.
and go after this.
Yep.
Yep.
What was your plan going to be any different had you not killed that?
No, I mean, I was.
You
I,
still
we were-
going?
We
were-
still wanted to
yeah.
get. I mean, we had a taste of out west last year, and we were
And,
like, we
yeah,
have to go
yeah,
get
we
more of
gotta go
that.
back.
But now it was completely different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, we didn't even hunt opening weekend in Georgia. Me and him, we went to Alabama. We didn't hunt Georgia
Okay.
opening weekend.
Yeah, because it was all private, and we didn't.
Yeah.
All our private spots were taken up, so
yeah,
we're like, well,
yeah. So we
abandon ship.
yeah we went and hunted public in Alabama. We'll be back there.
They went down there and hunted with Chris Eastridge.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
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 Okay.
He
Yep.
put us up at his house and
Yeah.
everything.
He let us stay at his place, and
He's
Yeah.
a good dude.
oh
He
yeah,
is.
we had fun.
Y'all met him through Pistol Creek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He
Chris
reps the hat, don't he?
always.
Yep.
Chris
Yeah.
always got his hat on.
Yeah.
So shout out, Chris. Appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
You left Florida in
Come-
the Skeeters with the West on your mind.
Yep.
Now we
Well-
know you went into Alabama. We know
Well,
you're successful. People that listen to the show, they know about the Southern hunting.
Yeah.
We didn't kill in Alabama.
We didn't. Yeah. We didn't
Preface
get,
that.
What?
We hunted
So-
2 days the weekend. We were in range both days,
Yeah,
but
both
did
days
not kill.
and did not kill.
Whose gun jammed this time?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's went off.
I heard y'all got about got in a fight over
Oh
there,
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
Where at?
What?
I heard
Alabama?
y'all about got in a fight. Not y'all two.
The Dave Owens temper
Oh,
come out.
yeah. Man, that guy
Was it
makes me
him
mad.
or you?
Me.
Both. Well, I went down there because it pissed me off. And then once I kind of told him that we were going after that turkey because we'd been sitting there for an hour and a half in the dark.
Well, back up.
Oh, yeah.
Back up. What happened?
Nick loves drama. Back it up there.
There's-
Pump your brakes.
Yeah. Long
This
story
is
short-
second day,
Yeah,
so we
this-
already knew
yeah.
the turkey was there.
Yeah, we already knew there was the turkey we'd fool with was in the area, blah, blah, blah. Well, so we had to, there was somebody parked where we were going to park and walk from. So we went to the other side and we're going to make a big loop around and come in the back way or whatever. So we parked and it was a long walk. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a long ways. And dude, it's, I mean, early. And we're walking down this road, Sandy Road, and we cut a bunch of tracks and there was gobbler marks in the road.
Strap
I
marks.
mean, like everywhere.
In that
and we're
road.
like, dang.
Better stop.
Yeah. So we piled up on the bank right there and literally sat.
Took a nap.
Like we went to sleep.
I
Yeah.
mean, we slept
was
for
that early?
45 minutes.
It was that early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Pitch
And-
black dark.
Yeah. And got daylight and turkey gobbles literally directly across the road off in the bottom from us. And we are like, dang, that was a good call. Because I mean, we found that sign, stopped, and he literally was straight off the top from us down in the bottom.
Mhm.
And we were gonna go that way and we didn't like it. So we was like, we'll come back up on the road and go down and go around him and get in the bottom and then work up the bottom with him. And we literally walked 40 yards off
Yeah.
the road, come back to the road, and there was a guy just pops up in the road about, what do you say? I don't know.
100 yards.
Yeah, down there. And I'm like, dang. Well, it was a little boy, and I guess it was his wife maybe or something like that. And I mean, if it had been
He's
like,
carrying the shotgun.
yeah, he
obviously.
had the shotgun. And so he sees us and we're about to turn in the woods and go off down in there. And he kind of threw his hands up at me. And that just kind of flipped the switch. And I said, hold on, I'll be right back. So I walk down there and he meets me and he's like, what's your plans, man? And I'm like, what's your plans? And he said, or he asked me what my plan. I said, I'm about to go down there to that turkey. And-
PG-13.
yeah. And
Yeah.
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 we
Yeah.
don't want to say what all went down. And he's like, no, I'm going after that turkey. And I'm like, dude, we've been here all morning. And he's like, I'm about sick and tired of blah, 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 blah,
He
blah
blamed every bad
Yeah.
story on us.
on us.
That's ever
Y'all
happened.
never
to him.
met the guy.
No.
Never
Dude,
seen
if
him
you-
before.
If you'd have come up and been like, man, I'm just trying to get my little boy.
A turkey. You'd have been bounced.
Dude,
I'm
yeah,
gone. We're
gone.
out.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was turkeys gobbling everywhere.
Literally.
Like there was a turkey gobbled
Where he just came
where
from.
he come from as we're sitting there talking.
He's like, I ain't heard nothing. Well,
Yeah, and the turkey gobbles. And I'm like,
there's
what
one
about that
right
one?
behind you, buddy.
Yeah. And yeah, it was
Slim's just wishing he was there so he could get a good
Yeah.
bite.
Well, he made the comment. He said, well, I've been sitting in these bushes all morning long waiting on it to get daylight. And I
Yeah.
said, well, did you see us walk by you with headlamps on this road? He's like, well, no. I said, well, that means we were here first, buddy. Turn on around.
Yeah,
And then he had some more choice words to say. But needless to say, we got to go after
yeah,
that
we
turkey.
did go after the turkey, and
No kill.
no, we didn't. We
That's
fooled with
karma.
him.
Anyways,
That's
no.
karma.
We
Karma.
what y'all
Karma.
get.
Yeah, that's what y'all get for trying to steal that turkey from that
From
little
that little boy.
Yeah,
Yep. Bit y'all in the butt all season long. Guns jamming all over the place.
I know.
If you hear this show, little man, come to Georgia. Nick will put you on the turkey. If we're gonna take away from you. Oh, the public land curse bites someone else. What a tragedy.
Yep.
Well, you forget the South. You say, the heck with this place. We're headed out west.
yeah.
Well,
It-
North Carolina.
Forget it. I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get them to go west. Y'all, what,
We
did we
feel-
not just tell
Okay.
y'all we want to hear about the western side?
We
Didn't
gotta-
we say
We
that?
gotta
We're
tell
getting
the
there. We're getting there.
Eastern.
I had to kill an Easter.
I'm trying to get them done with this
We killed
turkey
a-
talk.
we
So
killed
we'll
a
talk
Osceola.
some deer hunting.
That's the
Osceola.
next episode.
Next up is Eastern,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
We
Don't worry, Dwayne. We'll talk
I was
in a
about
minute,
to
buddy.
say.
We got you. I got you.
what did we hunt? We had a week or something off.
Struggle bus
Man, I'm telling you, me and him, we hunted like hard and
every day.
every day, all day. It didn't. Well, we didn't work that 1 week. We hunted, and we couldn't buy a turkey, man. Like, I mean, on turkeys couldn't do nothing, and
Karma.
he dips like he had to go somewhere or something.
And this, mind you, we hunted all morning until 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock,
He drops me off. Take it from here, buddy.
and I'm like, you know what? I ain't been in this place, and I was like, I'm gonna go in there and stop and check.
Is this Georgia or North
This
Carolina?
is
Georgia.
Georgia. And 1 o'clock when I dropped him off, and I roll up at like, well, it might have been a little bit before 1. And I mean, anyways, first place I pull over on a very, very, very
Used.
used place. Call Turkey Gobbles. And he's far down there. I'm like, was that a turkey? So I call again and it was him. And I'm like, all right, I got to get my stuff, get everything packed up. And I bail off down in there. And I knew there was a road down there. And so I got close to the road and I hit him again and he was still way down there. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make my move. So I started getting around through there and I stopped for a second and the sun was beaming in on that side of the mountain. And I'm like, I need to find some shade. So I went to the left and got over in some pines and some shade. And I don't remember if I crouched down or what I'd done, but I kicked some leaves or something, dude. And that joker gobbled and like blowed my hat off. And I was like, uh-oh. So I just like sit on my butt and crawled up to the nearest tree and sat there. And as soon as I got up there, turned my dot on, looked, and here he comes strutting around the side of the mountain and comes, right to the gun barrel.
What'd you think when he called you?
Well, I was at home trying to cool off. I mean, I was still sweaty from
Oh, dude.
getting back.
Yeah.
We'd hunted hard all day. And he calls me and I just hear, and I was like, you got to be dang kidding me, dude.
He done
I
got you,
talk
didn't he?
about and this is the thing. I had hunted all year and not killed a turkey.
Yep.
And we had hunted like dogs trying to kill one.
We had hunted together, and I'd hunted twice without him,
And
I
killed one.
I missed a turkey the first time I went without him, and I killed a turkey the second time I went without him.
Yep.
And yeah,
And then he drops me off at 1 o'clock, we'll just say, and kills one
and kills one.
30 minutes later.
Why-
so I knew I
why
was
did he
snake bit.
drop you off.
I had
Did you
somewhere to
yell
go.
Bad luck.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it wasn't
What'd you say,
necessarily
Slim?
I
Hunter's
said
fault.
shelling the bad luck.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's what I
Let me
told
get
him. I was
that
like,
pig off my back.
exactly.
yeah. I called him snake bit for
Yeah.
most of the year.
It took me over a month to kill a turkey this year.
It was
I mean, it was a grind for me
Now-
for whatever reason.
Time out there. So rewind a little bit with that, Isaac, because we don't necessarily know about your hunting background. Have you been turkey hunting a long time?
Yeah, I think this was like my 15th season or something. I mean, I killed my
You've
first
been
turkey.
turkey hunting since you was 3.
I just turned 8 whenever I killed my first one. So yeah, that's pretty much been I mean, growing up, Dad always took me hunting, fishing. I mean, but I knew from an early age, turkey hunting is the thing that lights my fire more than anything else, So, I mean, we just love to go after it.
yeah.
when y'all both met, were y'all like blown away at how much each other liked it?
No, the crazy thing is we met. So he was a freshman in high school, right?
Yep.
Couldn't even
I
drive,
couldn't drive.
and I was what, a sophomore or junior?
I think you were
Oh, junior.
Junior.
So I would go pick him up. The first hunt we went on was a deer hunt. I pick him up from his house, take him. We go to this place,
Yeah.
shoot a deer, get it on camera. Everything's awesome. And I mean, for whatever reason, the people in my grade didn't really hunt a lot like I did. So finding somebody like him, I mean, we went hunting and he had his own stand, he had his own bow, had
Yeah.
a camera, had a spot to hunt. It was like refreshing to know somebody now that is
Craig,
without a better
Craig
word
and
like me.
Nicholas did
Yeah.
you well. They
Yeah.
trained you well.
Yeah, so it was game from then
Oh
on.
yeah. I mean, we've poured it to it. I mean,
Since then.
since then, yeah.
You think they're closer than Tyler and Caleb?
And they look more alike.
They do.
They look just alike.
Yeah.
You look like the older brother though. Hard living's
Hey, I'll take
hard
that as a
living, ain't it,
compliment.
Isaac?
Yeah.
y'all might be tighter than poor old Tyler and Caleb.
I know one thing Blairsville don't produce, and that's facial hair.
That's
No.
true.
These old boys are smooth faced.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
don't know why I'm
Bad. You was born in Blairsville, Dwayne, wasn't you?
no North Kakalaki.
Oh my goodness. So when y'all went through the hunting together in the beginning, did y'all pretty much hunt every year after that together? Did y'all kind of split off?
We
Do
actually
y'all's
did.
own
We
thing?
split off
What?
for a year.
A year, I think.
Like didn't hunt together
we
at
didn't
all.
hunt it. We didn't hunt at all. Mm-mm.
Was y'all sad?
I mean, yeah, I was hunting by myself.
Yeah, and I mean that's me.
I mean, hunting by yourself is one thing, but it's way more fun to have somebody to enjoy it with.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure you guys
Oh, absolutely.
feel the same way.
Yeah.
Don't get. I mean, I love going by myself because, I mean,
You
I'm
do
You
what
can
you
do
want to.
things that
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't
Do
with
what you
two
want to,
people.
and you ain't gotta worry about somebody.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get a lot away with a lot more by yourself than you can with two people.
Yeah, that's
'cause
the
ain't
other thing.
nobody watching to call you out on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was close on it, but I didn't want to kill him.
But y'all turkey hunt together more than you do deer hunting, right?
Probably.
Well, I mean, it's
it-
close.
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah,
We do a lot of stuff together.
everything, fishing. I mean, it don't matter. Cut grass together, you know, everything.
We can crank a weed eater.
Yeah.
Talking about my best friend.
Yeah, people, let me tell you about my best friend.
Quit
Yeah.
singing or we'll get monetized.
But we
Oh.
we got Georgia. He got his Georgia turkey, and I was bound in the tournament. I had put some places in North Carolina, and we both had North Carolina tags.
$300.
Yes,
$300 for an out-of-state resident.
yes.
One bird.
One bird. No, two.
Two birds.
Two birds.
Did y'all hunt in that slam thing or the
what I was
contest that was
gonna
up there?
ask.
No.
But y'all
That's a
dropped the
long
pin-
ways from home. That's like
I
10
went
hours.
up there the year
You did,
before,
one
last
year.
year.
But y'all
Yeah, I
dropped
remember
pins.
that. Right before we had you
That's
on,
right.
you were going up there
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
weekend.
That's not is that the same places that you hunted last year? Same places you hunted this year?
Well, I had one certain place last year that I can hunt, and the other places didn't work out. Well, this year, I strolled through there. Me and him did. Dude, we got every place. Down
Like the whole side of the road.
Oh, yeah, both sides of the road. It didn't matter. We got every one of them, and we're like, oh, dude, it's in. And we fooled with these two turkeys, and I went over there. Me and him, we hunted them
Yeah.
one day.
We found them together.
Yeah, we hunted them, blah, 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 blah. Never did get them killed. And I don't remember what it was. It was one evening. I'm like, I'm going to ride over there. I think I was going to hunt the next morning. And I was like, I'll go over there. Well, I go over there and get up in there, and they're in there just eating it up, strutting and gobbling. And I'm like, huh. So I call them both up, and I kill one of them. And I sit there. You can only kill one a day in North Carolina. And I sit there and watch that one turkey flog my other turkey he didn't beat him up, but he stood there. Like I didn't want to run him off because I'm like, in the back of my
I know
mind,
somebody who's got
I
a
said,
tag.
Isaac's got a tag. And I said, that turkey's going to be right here in the morning. And so sure enough, I got my turkey and called him and all this. Well, the next morning we had a game plan, and that game plan worked out, and his buddy got killed too.
Perfect.
So, and
No.
then
Now, is it the one you killed? That was the biggest bird?
That was Georgia.
that was Georgia.
The one you
The
killed? That was
one
the
I
biggest
killed in Georgia was a big turkey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. I put him in the freezer. I ain't got a turkey mounted, but I'm
Solid
gonna
inch and a
that
half or better.
one. Oh
probably.
yeah. I mean, and for the place where I killed it, man, it's yeah.
Good as it gets.
yeah, you can't ask for much more.
Where'd you kill it?
Just up
Down
this
over the
road.
hill.
Yeah,
Over off that dirt road, off that other dirt road.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. I've heard enough this
Out
South
west
talk.
now.
Now let's get out
Here we
west.
go.
West.
Go west, young man. Sorry.
This is where Dwayne comes in.
Yep.
Me and him left, and we know Isaac. He had to graduate college, so the plan
High
was
school. You said that wrong.
no college. And he was going to fly out on Wednesday or whatever, and we were already going to be out there hunting. So me and Dwayne, we go, and first morning it was 100-mile-an-hour winds. It felt like.
Hey.
Hang on a minute, though. But you guys left on Mother's Day
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, we
Yeah,
left
yeah.
Mother.
at 5 a.m.
Our mothers
Yes.
forgave us too.
Yes, Yep.
Y'all left at 5 a.m.
Yep.
and you drove straight to Nebraska.
Now we stopped. The only times we stopped was to get diesel, and we stopped. Well, we stopped in somewhere in Missouri at like 8 o'clock that night, and
Cracker.
ate some Cracker Barrel and got back in the truck and drove the rest of the way.
How long did it take?
I don't remember.
16.
It was 16 hours or something.
Okay.
But
Well, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Ain't
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's right.
Hunted, got up the next morning, hunted, and
Wind
was-
blowed like crazy.
Oh my Lord, man. It was,
That morning in the tent.
oh, I got videos on my phone and
Yeah.
it was just brutal.
Yeah.
Broke the tent.
Yeah.
Like the tent was, oh yeah. I'm
First
sure
day of the trip, broke
Yeah.
the tent.
broke the tent. It was broke. Like didn't work no more.
Full of water, wasn't it?
No, it didn't
Oh.
rain. It
Oh, it
just,
didn't?
Thank
Oh,
God.
just wind.
it just snapped one of the poles or whatever. And we,
Made in China.
yeah, we hunted, didn't hear no turkeys because, I mean, of course, the wind was blowing 100 mile an hour. Got on those jakes. If y'all go check the video out, you can see them. They all come down there and put on a show. And we were coming back to the camp in the evening, and we were going to go to town and eat supper. We were wore out, and it'd been a hard day or whatever. And we're sitting there talking, and we're like, we both look at each other and they're like, dude, that was a turkey gobble. And so, sure enough, it was a turkey gobble. So we throw our crap on, cut across the ditch, run up on the top of the hill, and I called, and he gobbles off in the bottom. And I'm like, all right. And he come right, it was picture perfect. We got over there in the shade, and he had to come around the point in this cedar. It was like some cedar trees. And he come around the point and
Eat one.
Yeah, he didn't like it. And
Oh, he loved it until he got a face full.
yeah, he didn't like that part. But
I'll say this though, if you haven't seen the video, I don't see how you held off. And Dwayne over your shoulder going,
Wait.
don't you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, see,
I
if
wouldn't
you
have waited that long.
take this back, that's all I needed to finish a Grand Slam was a Rio. Well, he was standing at 29 yards. It looks a lot further in the video, but we stepped it off. Our range is 29 yards. And that's all I needed to finish a Grand Slam. Yeah, it wasn't
Not a single season.
not a
but-
single
Grand
season,
Slam,
but
yeah.
a Grand Slam.
Right.
And so I'm sitting there and he's like, oh, hold up. And I'm like, you can hear me in
I'm
the,
down there behind him. Just
yeah,
petting him.
I'm like, you better move on him. I said, he ain't liking it. And I was going to kill that turkey for you or shoot at it, shoot every shell I had before he got out of there. And it worked. It all worked out.
Sure
And-
did.
I just had to do a little adjust.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's that's a thing we talk about a lot with are you willing to sacrifice the shot for the shot?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you want to get
Yep.
that, and it's a hard thing. He's going to be mad at you if that turkey gets
Yeah.
gone.
That's
Yeah.
a whole nother
Dwayne.
element
He's
to
gonna
the thing.
Right. So you're kind of advancing into a more adaptive turkey hunter
Yeah.
or hunter in general
Mhm.
by sacrificing that shot and being able. So kudos to
Yeah,
you for
yep.
doing that.
And it played out perfect.
It did. It worked out. We had everything on video. And
Beautiful.
I mean, you look, and that's it. If I could have killed the turkey and not been on video, and I'd still
You would have been happy.
Yeah. But now that you got a video, and if I ever, I can always go back and watch it
That's right.
and be like,
That's right.
man, that's how that happened.
Paints a little different picture
Exactly.
now for
Yeah,
you because you can say, yeah, I I
Yeah.
could have killed it, and you heard the shot and everything
Yeah.
else, but
Yeah.
you didn't get everything on camera. I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So
That's
what
cool.
do
Slim, was that the first bird that you killed on camera or had killed on camera?
No. So we had got one more that season, earlier that year in North Carolina with my dad. And then we had got, I believe, 2 or 3 in the 2020 season. So it wasn't the first one, but it was probably up there with the most exhilarating one for sure.
Was you getting nervous when you're trying to zoom in on that?
No,
No.
calm, collected.
So you're standing behind him with
There
one
we
hand
go.
zooming on the front. Is it, how's
No, he has a tripod.
I got a tripod and it's got the I think it's like an easy remote or something.
Very zoom on it.
Yeah,
or-
very
yeah.
zoom. And that limb was in my way, and whenever he stopped right there, we knew he wasn't going to take any more steps. So I just had to do a little lean with it.
Lean with it, rock with
Yeah.
it. Got him.
Rock, zoom right in.
Yeah,
put
you
her
can
into
you can
focus.
hear it in the video. He's
was you having a focus with your hand or was it manual?
No.
It's on a button.
I mean, automatic.
Yeah,
Oh, it's on the button too.
yeah. That's what's nice about that VariZoom. You can
Yeah, mine's
zoom,
got that focus on it
Yeah.
too.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
zoom
Okay.
and focus with it. It's super handy.
yeah. Soon
Okay.
I didn't wait long because as soon as he says all
No,
right,
you did.
Boom.
boom.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
he's
I was
gone.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
You were tight on the trigger.
dude, I felt like I was sitting there for 10 minutes
Yeah.
watching the Joker. But it worked out, and then we had 2 days to kill. We met a buddy and hung out with him, and went to might as well be my family. They're not my family, but his dad or his mom's like my grandma. She lives in Blairsville and he lives in Nebraska now. And so we went and we hung out with them and picked Isaac up Wednesday night at the airport and drove back, got a few hours.
Midnight.
Yeah, we didn't sleep long. And me and Dwayne had a run-in with a wad of red-headed turkeys. We didn't know what was in there, but we know there was a wad of red-headed turkeys in there. And so we went in there the next morning and got right up under them. And I'll let Isaac finish that story because
So I get to Nebraska, and first off, I was expecting it to be like not hot. Well, apparently it was some kind of record in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they said?
Yeah.
And it was like I walked out of the airport and my sunglasses fogged up. Like it was like so humid. I was like, holy cow. So we make it back to camp like 1 a.m. or something. Get up at 4 a.m. and it's kind of windy and everything. And we go out there and our buddy Jared,
Yeah.
he had
Yeah.
this a woodpecker.
I guess it was woodpecker.
But it was loud and
Oh.
sheer like sound. And we got it. Yeah.
yeah.
You can hear it in the video kind of. And it's dark. And we walk out there and it's like, and you can just barely hear them gobbling. We're like, holy cow. So we
Do
turn
that
around.
one more time.
That's how they gobble. So
We
Now,
had
these
walked-
are what kind? These are Rios.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had walked past them.
we had walked past them. So as luck would have it, we turned around and in the video it looks dark, but it's pretty daylight.
Yeah.
And we're calling to them like
Yeah.
crazy, and they're just
Yeah.
eating it up. Well, finally they just quit, and we make a loop around, and they're out in this big, wide open field, and it's like there's no way to get to them. If they don't come to the call,
Mhm.
you're not going to kill them. I mean, they're just might as well be in the ocean. So we watched them just like you do field turkey anywhere. You just watch them and wait till they make a move, and you try to counteract that move. Well, we finally just got fed up, and I was like,
We was on a time limit.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. I
We
forgot about
only-
that.
Yeah, we only had till 10:30 that day.
Our
Very-
buddy, he had to leave at 10:30
Yeah.
to go to work or something. So we were looking at each other and we was like, is it worth it?
I was.
I mean,
dude, we ain't
You got nothing to
I
lose.
said we ain't got nothing to lose. I said if you get out there and it works, I said it works.
So
How many more days were you guys going to hunt there, though?
until
That
we
was-
killed one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we would have went public land somewhere in
Yeah.
the north or something. Because I mean, I didn't have to kill a Rio. You know, I was just there to kill a turkey.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I make a beeline around this big field and kind of like half run / crawl, probably 350
Oh, it was a
yards.
long ways.
And there's this one cedar tree out there. And the turkeys are like past the cedar tree in the field, but I knew if I could get to that tree, I might be in the game. So I make it to that tree, sure enough, and I peek around the tree, and the hens are feeding right towards me. And I'm like, oh, wow, this might work.
Yeah.
So I hunker up behind the tree, and man, those hens fed right by me. And you can hear it in the video. They're sitting there watching like, oh, the hens are going right by him.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I was like,
we're-
they just went
They're
under the
saying
fence.
this might actually work.
Yes.
Yeah.
The-
that's awesome.
The whole thing is that there was a couple hens, like 12 jakes,
Yeah.
and one big gobbler. So
Was you behind that stump or was you on the side?
so
of
the
it?
stump was here, and then there was me, and then the cedar tree. So
Okay.
the cedar tree, I didn't know where the turkeys were going to come.
I couldn't tell if you were laid across that
Yeah.
stump. I thought you were laid across
So
it.
I was between the stump and the tree. There was like a 5-yard gap. You can't tell it in the video, but I hunkered up into that tree. It's like a Christmas tree, and I couldn't really see around the corner of it, but just a little slot through the limbs. And I just stuck my gun right through there towards those hens because the big gobbler, as luck would have it, was the one following the hens, and he comes right behind him. I'm like, man, I could kill him right there. But there was another stump right in front of my barrel, so I was afraid to shoot. He keeps coming left. And finally, literally, the tree was so thick, I had to break the limbs off above my red dot so I could at least see through my red dot. And he got to that fence, and I just went, "Tut, tut, tut," and he raised his head up, killed him.
We had
Boom.
permission to hunt both.
It
We
looks-
had permission
yeah.
on both sides. Of
It's
the
It
fence.
looks
clarify.
bad because Isaac runs across the fence.
I was
but-
trying to get the turkey.
Yeah, we didn't want to mess him up.
But as soon as I got out there and grabbed the turkey, I was like, ooh, this ain't no regular turkey. Because I'd never killed anything with big hooks like that. And
Yeah.
that's my biggest turkey today. He had 1.916" spurs.
Wow.
So
Jesus.
I was taken back by that for a moment.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was a big turkey.
oh yeah, he was a big, very big turkey.
He's probably 25,
Slim.
6 pounds.
You was about 1 second from getting that shot
Yeah.
completely on camera.
Yeah.
I know
You
it.
turned it to last minute and
Yeah.
said something to Hunter, I believe.
Yep.
Yep.
And when you got all you could hear is the boom.
Yeah.
I think is it on him? was a shot on Isaac.
You can see the
You can
turkey.
You can
see
see the
both
turkey
of them.
flop.
You can
Yeah.
barely.
See-
The turkey didn't flop much,
No.
No.
but you can see it. You can see his fan come up out there, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
it was quick, like you said.
But that was what, about 300 yards on the other side?
Yeah,
That was
it
a
was
long
at
ways.
least 300 yards.
That's crazy. That was
You can hear how
You-
flat it is out there because the gun just goes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
There's
dead.
no echo or nothing.
Hunter,
So,
time out before we move any further. Do you have a turkey call in your pocket?
I don't.
Who's wanting to hear some turkey calling?
There's someone asked for a little demonstration on some turkey call. Hey, I do have a brand new KT team call over here under the back.
No pressure.
I'd be more than happy to go get it. Give me just a minute. Put that
Oh,
question up there
boy.
on the
Who's
screen.
asking?
what's he wanting?
That's my mom.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Okay.
Shout
Awesome.
out.
He said,
She- yeah.
"That's my mom." And for all y'all on podcast land, this is coming in. These questions are coming in live on Facebook and YouTube. So
Oh, we got diaphragms here.
Figure out which one of them two you want to play.
No pressure, Hunter. None at
If
all.
I smell like Longhorn snuff, he's already had them in his mouth.
Oh gosh.
he probably no, Alex
That's
ain't even
rough.
opened them.
What's that one?
He hasn't even opened them.
So since we're on
That's the
turkey,
one I want.
Well, you're welcome to.
No.
I don't care, but you gonna taste snuff.
since we're on turkey calling stuff, talking like that, Hunter has competed a little bit in turkey calling competitions. For anybody that didn't listen to the last episode with him on there, Isaac, are you thinking about getting into some competition?
He ought to.
No, I honestly, I don't have any desire at the moment.
I'll tell you this time out. We were around there and Slim, he was working on his mouth calls or whatever. And I was driving. I wasn't going to put mine in or nothing. No, he's like, you got any? And I was like, yeah. So I put one in there and he said, well, I ain't gonna put mine in my mouth the rest of the trip. He said, there ain't no need.
It made no sense.
Let me. What I was going to go with is I've never heard you call. I mean, I think I heard you call in that video, but it's hard to tell which one was which.
I'll take
sometimes.
that as a
I
compliment.
was about to say. That's-
But I know how good he is.
Yeah.
I don't know where you stand at, but do you feel like you're better or worse than him?
Oh, I mean, I don't think there's a better or a worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
mean-
if you put me on stage, I can't tell you what I would do. But I mean, calling to a turkey's calling to a turkey.
Exactly.
He can do more than I can. I mean, he's got the wit down. I can't do that stuff. But I mean, I have a vocabulary, I guess you could say. I mean,
I got one.
I
too,
can
but
run a
just can't
call.
pronounce it.
I don't know. I don't know what it would do as
I
far
don't know
as
what language it is.
I think just a crisp sound of certain people like himself or other
It's like
folks.
that, yeah.
That's right out of the pack. That ain't
Yeah,
even
that's
broke
right.
in.
I was about to say that's
That's
still,
fresh.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fresh. So
I might have had that one in my mouth. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I told you if it tastes like Longhorn, you probably did.
little snuff.
Why didn't you give him that one?
I've had that one in my mouth.
I know
I
that's
know.
the good one.
That's the only one I've had in my
I like
mouth.
that green one, but they say that white one's good.
These are Kerry Terrell built calls from the KT team.
That's cool.
So we
Did
got
you see that gun they're doing?
He knows a little
did.
bit
I
about
did
turkey
see that.
calls.
who?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I think Kerry knows a little bit about a turkey call.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you do this? This is gonna be my second time. I made a fool of myself last time. Won't you come over there and call in the GON outdoor blast?
Caden called in it. My son, he was 15 last year.
Did he?
Dude, if I can get up there, you can get up there.
I mean, I don't have a problem getting up there. I don't know.
Well, I'll say this, and I think Dave put it on his Facebook the other day. It'll make you want to be
Oh yeah.
a better caller after going there and listening to folks.
Well, I was there at the Nashville show,
Sure.
you know. So I mean, getting up there, because I'm 22, so where I'm at now in my age, I would be competing against Dave Owens, you know, the
Matt
other
Van
big
Thies.
Matt Van Sice.
Well,
you know.
we have
So,
So I had-
but those guys were 22 one time
I
too,
agree.
competing
100%,
against Kerry
100%.
Terrell and other guys.
But before
So,
you
I mean,
get-
got to think about that.
before you get to that, there's a hunter's class over there.
Yeah.
Like you and I would be in.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You get
If you will call in Nashville, I'll register too.
I can't call it there in
Why?
Nashville because you have to
National
qualify
show,
for
you have
that.
to qualify.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can call in these little open events like that for the hunter class. Can you call in the hunter class this time?
Can I?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Did you put that question up?
I did. I took
Yeah.
it right down.
Oh,
I thought back
sorry.
up there. All right, Monica wants to
There's some
hear-
vocab.
Shoot, I don't know, boy.
Give-
This
hey,
is your
give 'em-
mother. Is it really?
I-
Okay, all right.
I'll
You
say,
need, You
Give it-
need to put one in.
Dude, hell no. We ain't
I'll,
chicken
I'll,
calling.
I'll say this. I think you probably got the best yelp of anybody that I know.
I don't know.
Just a straight.
Well, call him out some calls because I ain't got an idea about what to
I
call
mean,
him.
I think it's.
I don't know what this is gonna sound like.
I
It
think,
don't matter.
I haven't put a turkey call in my mouth since.
Oh, let's start.
Ah,
from-
Kansas.
Look,
Well, here, let me tell you.
Let's
what,
hear it.
I'll
Let's-
put
let's
this
just
one
run
in
it.
my mouth and do it,
No,
and then you
don't,
put yours in
don't.
your mouth.
that alligator
Hit-
call better than calling you.
his yelp is the.
I could probably break that one in a little bit more, and it would sound good.
Solid.
I mean,
I mean,
It'd kill one.
yeah.
What's
That's
that?
right.
That's what
y'all
I'm
do
saying.
that-
You put that up against a turkey, dude,
Oh yeah.
and that's
I
gonna
mean,
call one.
What's
in
that
every day.
watermelon crawl y'all do? No, Kiki run. That's
Watermelon
good.
crawl.
watermelon.
Watermelon.
Tracy Lawrence.
Is there one particular call that you struggle with that you wish you could do better?
Well, I'll put it this way: ghost cut's my favorite cut. I feel like I can do anything on a ghost cut. I mean, quiet.
Yep.
Saw. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anything. Per those wines. I wish I could get one that I could cut on, like pour the coal to it. But I can cut, but you get going fast and it squeaks on you or flying down.
I
Lord
have that
knows
problem.
I've got a
That's a competition problem.
yes, bad.
Have you tried a bat wing?
No, I can do it on a bat wing.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what
You
do
just want
what
you
do
just
like to
you
cut
want
on?
one that does it
Combo
all.
or-
Yeah, I like one that way. I ain't gotta if I want to cut,
Mhm.
I don't have to swap calls while I'm hunting or something. You know what I'm saying? On the stage, yeah.
Can you gobble on
No.
one?
just
Why? I mean, why? I mean, I don't know. Take it from.
I've
an
never
ignorant-
practiced it.
They say you something about or
Yeah.
something like that, but I can't do it. If I ever gobble on a mouth call,
Well,
That's what I do.
Yeah.
well, I heard
Yeah.
Carrie
Yeah.
do that.
he-
I mean, straight up for. I'm talking call. brrr.
You can
Sounds good too, don't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When and I think that's something that it was a blessing. You went with him and got to hear him call the year before, and I got
Yeah.
to go with him last year. You listen to that Joker call in the woods.
oh yeah.
I mean, I don't turkey hunt a whole lot, and I'm like, boy, that sounds like a turkey.
Oh
right
yeah.
there. I mean, it's just a different sound to somebody.
That's the cool part about Nashville is you know how they play that like pre-show calling sequence of a real hen. They're playing that, and then they get up on stage, and if you close your eyes, you literally could not tell which one's which. I mean, a real hen versus them, and that's on a stage, so you can't imagine what it would be like in the woods.
Oh, it was unreal to
would
listen to
sound
Carrie. I
just
mean,
like
it
one.
was just. I mean, and that turkey never quit gobbling. Just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
just do what I do. Just cut on a ghost cut and sound like dog crap. That's what I do.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah.
that what you
I
run,
ain't got
Cody?
time to change call. Yeah, I've run a ghost cut. That's
Yeah.
I
A
was-
lot of people don't like a ghost
What is
cut.
that cut?
Ghost cut.
Is that it?
That's
That's
a
the
good
one.
one.
That's the one.
Go.
yeah.
I'll keep that.
Isaac, I'm signing. I already got Cody signed up. I'm signing you up for the
I
hunter
ain't
division.
calling.
What was it last year? 40?
Something like
I
that.
mean, what's $40, dude? You can go up there and beat me, and you can brag.
230 calls.
We'll see.
You put that up or down
Up.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm not signing him up. I could sign Alex
Reeds
up.
are probably stuck.
He'll gag.
I could sign Alex up. That
His
way I
reeds are
could at
stuck.
least get it. Maybe a.
Read. Told you to gag.
Shoot.
Can't do it, boys. Them turkey calls gag me.
Will you sign up with me over there so I don't get dead last?
Can I do a box call?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Select call.
Oh, I'll tell you what I'm gonna
You
do.
take you.
You
Just run
can
your
I
mouth.
take my trumpet or my?
Yeah.
You can take your wing bone.
Hey, I actually been playing that one pretty good after KT showed me how to play it.
Hey, you can bring whatever, buddy.
I'm
Jesus
not
Christ, look at
signing up
that.
for a turkey call. Let's hear it, Slim.
Whoa.
He said,
Hey.
now.
Yeah. No
Well,
way.
anyway, hey, listen, this episode's running a little long. We're actually going to do a two-parter here, and we're going to get into the rest of the hunting story. If you want to hear the rest of it, you can come back and listen to next week's episode, but come back and be with us again. But we got to take a break for a minute. We got to take a chill pill because I
Yeah.
want to hear there's so much more to
So
go
much.
on.
We got one more
started.
comment coming in.
One
right
more
here.
comment
Yeah.
coming in. y'all ever want to chase birds in any Indiana, I'm your Huckleberry. Open invite, all private dirt to play on.
Sir, I'd like to come see you.
Yeah.
Go over
We
to
need-
YouTube, look up Slim Reaper Productions. shoot
That's
them a
Land
message
Hunters.
there.
That's Wesley. What's his last name? Ramsey that always follows us.
Yep.
Is that right?
Wes-
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bring it on down to Georgia, buddy.
Yeah.
Do a
We'll
little
sponsor
trade,
you.
do a
You
little
can
trade off.
You'll be disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
don't
got a
know.
lot
You
more
boys,
birds
seem,
than we
you
do.
boys seem to get it done in Georgia every time. So, but like I said, we're gonna split this one up into 2-part episode. We're gonna come back and do a little bit more. But thanks for coming and being with us today and listening to this episode. It's been a fun one so far, and I'm sure it's only going to get funner as the night drags on. But 2-parter coming up for the rest of the slam. And we might even talk old Slim into playing on the next one. So for everyone here at Talk About It Outdoors, thankful for our sponsors. Y'all come back and check us out. Go over to YouTube, see what we got going on. Slim Reaper Productions. You can find them on there. Watch all the turkey hunts that have already been talked about and check out the ones that are coming up.
GON Outdoor Blast coming up, and bow shoot.
And the World Deer Expo in Alabama.
That's right.
So if you haven't already and you're interested in doing so, you want to come to the Talk About It Outdoors bow shoot that's August 20th. You can head over to our Facebook page. You can check it out on Instagram. There's a post there. We do have a few pre-registration spots left open for the Vortex prize pack. And there may be a special prize coming for a drawing for those that are pre-registered. We're still kicking around that idea. It may be a couple of jars of salsa, but it may be something good. You never know. But for everyone here at Talk About It Outdoors, we want to thank you for coming and being with us again. And remember, smile as you go, but don't forget, mount the memories.